What's up, everybody? Welcome to a Friday edition of The Squeeze. I am Tyler Connie. Friday again already. And college football, I've got a calendar over here. Michigan fan. College football starts pretty soon, but in the meantime, we will keep talking about MLB, we'll keep talking about the WNBA, and we'll keep talking about the CFL, which, again, we have 3 bets across 3 sports today. It was a 2-in-1 day yesterday. It was another winning day. We're keeping the streak going. We're up exactly 5 units on the week. Cannot complain about that at all. We had the Arizona Diamondbacks on the money line. They won 3-1. We had the Las Vegas Aces minus 3.5 in the first half. They won that by 13. Got a little bit closer in the second half, but they did cover both sides. So if you took the first half and the game, you covered both of those. Hamilton Tiger Cats lost 24-10 to the Edmonton Elks. So our up 10 units in the CFL comes down to earth a little bit, and the Edmonton Elks get their first victory. It was bound to happen. I said in yesterday's video, I'll bet against them until they win, and now they've won, so we'll see what happens there. Okay. 3 bets, 3 sports today. Before we get to that, QR code on the screen, link in the description below. Follow those links, sign up for a sportsbook, make a minimum deposit. You're guaranteed the best exclusive offers and bonuses through my partnership with Betstamp and with these books. Join the Discord to get in the chat. That's where picks are usually posted early and often. It's where I post everything first beforehand because I don't know what's going on with social media, between Twitter, between Threads, between Blue Sky, between all these different things. Everything is posted on the Discord first. Picks are always free. Don't ask for any money. Just ask that you also tell a friend to subscribe to the channel if it might interest them. And that's how you can help out. Use the links, subscribe to the channel. The rest I do for free. Okay, we're going to start today in the CFL. You've got the Winnipeg Bluebombers at the Calgary Stampeders. The line is set at 4. And I know that Zach Collaros, the quarterback for the Bluebombers, will not be playing today. It was announced that Collaros will be out. It'll be missing his first start since he joined the Winnipeg Bluebombers. Drew Brown is going to get the start. I don't think that it matters all that much. Stampeders have lost 3 of their last 4 games. If the season ended today, they would miss the playoffs for the first time in 19 years. Jake Maier is currently playing some of the worst football of his career. He's gone 3 consecutive games without a touchdown pass. So even though you've taken the Blue Bombers quarterback out of the equation, their defense is still absolutely top-notch. Winnipeg is 7-2. They are second behind only the Toronto Argonauts, coming off a 38-29 win over Edmonton. And they were down 22 points without Collaros. Keep in mind, Edmonton was up 22-0 in that game, and I know it's the Elks. 22 points is still 22 points without your starting quarterback. Well, Drew Brown only came in and threw for 307 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 1 interception. He'll get the start today, and I think he should be able to get it done against the Calgary secondary, which is not great. Calgary is 3-6. They beat Toronto 2 weeks ago. They played very well against the Toronto Argonauts. What did they do? They followed that up with a 37-9 drumming at the hands of the BC Lions. It was brutal. They're taking on Winnipeg, then they go back to Toronto. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens with the Stampeders, but I just don't think they have the firepower to get it done. I just don't think that it matters. Jake Maier is just not a very good quarterback. He's struggling mightily this season, as I mentioned. Like, Drew Brown had more touchdowns last week than Jake has had in his last 3 games combined. Right? Because he's at 0 and he has 3. So also the home field advantage just doesn't really mean as much as it used to with Calgary, but they're just going to have their hands full. And, Calgary has scored 1 offensive touchdown in their last 3 games. Winnipeg is not going to give them a 22-0 head start like happened against Edmonton. So despite the fact that they're without their quarterback, the Winnipeg Bluebombers on the road, -4 for -110 at DraftKings. Shifting to Major League Baseball. I like this bet because it's +100. You've got the Atlanta Braves and the San Francisco Giants. The Braves are 63-57 to the run line this season. They're 8-2 in their last 10 ball games. Going against the San Francisco Giants, 58-63 against the run line, and they're only 3-7 in their last 10 baseball games. On the season, Braves are obviously the best team in the NL East. They're 78-42. Giants aren't bad. They're 64-57. But I like this pitching matchup a lot today. You've got Spencer Strider, who's going for the Braves. He's 3-2 with a 2.6 ERA in his last 5 starts. Kind of effective. He had 1 bad outing against Pittsburgh where he went 2 2/3 and gave up 6. Couldn't find the strike zone. He gave up 5 hits, 3 walks. But you take that out, He just went 7 shutout innings against the Mets. He went 7 innings of 1 run ball against the Anaheim Angels. And he went 7 innings giving up 2 earned runs and struck out 10 against the Boston Red Sox. So you remove that 1 start, and he's actually been very, very good. Alex Cobb going for the Giants hasn't been great. He's 2-3 over his last 5 with an ERA over 4. In his last 2 starts, he went 4 1/3 and gave up 6 to Texas. Then he went 5 1/3 and gave up 5 to Oakland. Atlanta has the best offense in baseball. Also, Cincinnati scored 5 on him and 4 1/3 on July 20th. The last time that these two teams played, it was September 2022. So I'm not going to put too much stock into that. He did throw 7 innings of shutout ball in that one, but it was quite a long time ago as well. And again, Spencer Strider, the last time he pitched against the Giants was the same month, same series. He went 5 innings, gave up 2 earned runs. So the money line is expensive. It's like minus 220. But I think the Braves can get it done here on the run line. I think they get a big win here. San Francisco is they're 3-7 in their last 10 games. They just lost 6-1 to Tampa. They lost 10-2 to Tampa. They've lost 9-3 to Texas. Whereas Atlanta's beating teams in their last 3. They've won 2-0, 5-0, and 11-3. So that is a combined 18-3 over the last 3 games. That's against the Yankees. I think the Braves can get it done here on the run line. You're getting that for plus 100. That is at Betway. Last bet of the day, we go to the WNBA. This is a nice spot here. You've got the Dallas Wings, who are 16-14, visiting the Connecticut Sun, who are 21-9. You're getting the spread here for under a 3-point bucket. It's minus 2.5 here for Connecticut at BetMGM, and I like this a lot. Connecticut is 5 games better than Dallas. They're also 16-13 ATS this season, while Dallas is 14-15 ATS. So Connecticut, when they win, they have been covering. Over Connecticut's last 5 games, they're 3-2, and they've actually lost back-to-back games. One of those was at Dallas. Now they're at home to Dallas. They lost by 10 there, so it's a really nice bounce-back spot there for Connecticut. And previous to that, they lost by 6 to Phoenix, who really isn't a great basketball team. So I think Connecticut is much better than they showed. They've been the 3rd best team in the WNBA for most of the season. And again, you've got Dallas coming off that 10-point win against Connecticut, but previous to that, they'd lost 3 straight. One to Vegas, where they lost by 20. One to Chicago, where they lost by 8. And another one to Chicago, where they lost by 15. So Dallas is sort of struggling a little bit. They're right in the middle of the road there. I think that's a really nice bounce-back spot for Connecticut. They've played 3 times this season, so this is the 4th and final matchup there. Dallas has won, like I mentioned, the first one by 10. But previous to that, Connecticut won by 5 and by 6. You're getting this here at home with a spread of only 2.5. So I think it's a really nice spot here for Connecticut to get the bounce back win against Dallas. Okay. Like I said, use the QR code on the screen there, link in the description to sign up for a new book. Get in the Discord, follow across all the social media channels. My 3 bets for today, we go into the weekend up 5 units. Give me the Winnipeg Bluebombers -4. That's minus 110 at DraftKings. Give me the Atlanta Braves on the run line, plus 100 at Betway. And give me the Connecticut Sun to cover minus 2.5 or minus 110 at BetMGM. As always, drop a comment if you're fading or following. You can follow me across all my social media channels linked in the description below. Audio is on Spotify and on Apple. Let's have a great Friday, and let's talk sports.